Welcome, man, to the Daily Thinker Podcast. We back at this thing again, y'all. Man, we back at it. Okay, NBA season is back. We all know NBA season is back. Week 1 is finished with the playoffs. The playoffs, round 1, it's about to be over. Okay, round 1 is about to be over, and it's been wild. And this new camera angle we're trying out here at the studio is wild. Just look at this. Like, we don't know who set this up, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, man. If this is your first time here at the Daily Thinker Podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and join your boy, man. Join your boy here, man. We talk about some good stuff here. Faith, sports, theology, apologetics. Right now, we talking about sports because Luka, the Don, just went off tonight. Completely went off. But anyway, before that, let's see these brackets, okay? Before we had the play-in game, I knew Portland was going to win that. It was just, they just overpowered Memphis. Just no excuse. Then we end up in seeing the Lakers versus Trailblazers. This series is such a toss-up to me. It's so tricky. And I feel like as long as AD and LeBron put their foot down, the Trailblazers have no chance because they have no wing defenders. Maybe if Trevor Ariza opted to stay in and play in a bubble, maybe they'll have a better chance, but no Trevor Ariza. I take that as L. And the Rockets yesterday, man, oh my goodness, you forfeit a game, you give up a game to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Granted, Chris Paul showed up and played like a superstar, a Hall of Famer that he is. Even though people say, hey, he don't get as much backlash as he should. He never been to Western Conference Finals. That one time he played with James Harden, and now it doesn't look like he's going to get back to the Western Conference Finals this year at all. I see the Rockets winning that. And Jazz versus Denver Nuggets, which is a live game right now. As I'm making this video, it's live. Donovan Mitchell has been taking over this series. Hats off to Steve Mitchell. I don't want to take my hat off because I still got a quarantine look going on. You can probably tell, you zoom in, you can probably tell I still got a quarantine look going on. But anyway, Donovan Mitchell has been going slap off. 56 first game, 35-30. That's a good game. Then Mike Conley comes in and has a tremendous contribution to this team. And now what I really want to talk about is Luka Doncic. But before I get to Luka, let's really just see who's leading these teams, who's leading the league right now in the playoffs points per game. You have Donovan Mitchell, who's averaging 35.7 points per game. Kawhi Leonard, 33 points per game. James Harden, 32 points per game. Now, I'm kind of surprised that Kawhi Leonard's averaging 33 points per game and the series is still tied 2-2. That's why VC Paul George needs to step up, man. Paul George, you are a superstar in this league. You cannot be giving us 9 points, 8 points here, 16 points there. No, we need more than that. Lou Williams shouldn't have to score 36 points. I'm sorry. Lou Williams should not have to score 36 points. There's too much of a load on Lou. PG, you have to step up. You have to step up. This is the time you have been waiting for. And that's why I always tell people, man, before you start talking, man, make sure you won the fight already. You have Beverly saying Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Woo, Cancun and all this. And now, even though Damian Leonard is down, but Damian Leonard doesn't have Kawhi Leonard playing next to him. He doesn't. I think if Damian Leonard had Kawhi playing next to him, whew, that would be something special to behold. That's all I got to say. But PG, where you at, dog? You have to step up. You have to step up. The excuses are done. You got the pass with Donovan Mitchell when you scored 6 points in a game 6 closeout. And Russell Westbrook going literally bucket for bucket with Donovan Mitchell. You scored 6 points, barely take any shot attempts. And fast forward to the Portland Trailblazers series, which you played an okay series, but you didn't play like the MVP, the superstar that you were. You wasn't MVP. You wasn't MVP. This dude was the MVP. I can't even get the word out. I'm just so frustrated. This man was top 3 MVP voting last year when they played the Trailblazers, and still they lost in 5 games. Now you pair him with Kawhi Leonard. They're going up against a second-year vet. I'm going to call Luka a vet because he's been playing against grown men his whole life. Second-year vet, and he's just averaging just a mind-blowing numbers. The numbers are crazy. Let's look at the box score tonight anyway. Kawhi Leonard, he was plus minus was -13. I don't look so much into plus minus. I'm kind of an eye test guy. I want to see what's going on, what's happening in the game, because you can have a plus minus and have 56 plus minus and have 4 points and So you just did so great. No, I don't try to look at plus minus that much. But Zubac was a +9, Morris was a -2, PG a -2, Landry Shaman a -2. I'm tired of getting this. It's getting to these points. Kawhi Leonard, he shot a good from the field, 15 for 22. What more do you want from your superstar in Kawhi Leonard? He showed up. I think maybe he might be taking too many threes. He stick to his mid-range. His mid-range is really unstoppable at this moment. Kind of reminds me of Jordan. How he just holds the ball like this, then he goes up, bam, hits you with a quick jab, turn around, then he's just fading away, then just dropping in nothing but net every time. So Kawhi Leonard is doing his thing. He is stepping up like the superstar he is. Nobody can say Kawhi Leonard is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. But I guess this year we're going to have to see, can Kawhi Leonard literally put a team on his back when players are struggling and win a series or win the finals? Because you had the Spurs. He was the third or the fourth option on the team. Rewind back to the last year, Toronto Raptors. He was the first option, but you have Siakam, you had Kyle Lowry, you had Fred VanVleet, who couldn't miss a shot at all. You had Ibaka, you had Marc Gasol, you had proven vets on the team, championship experience, playoff experience, and plus the Raptors were like the first or the second seed before he came. So you just replaced DeMar DeRozan with a superstar. Well, DeMar DeRozan was a superstar at that time, and DeMar DeRozan still is a great player. I still think he's so frustrated that he got traded from the Raptors. He looks like, man, I don't want to be in San Antonio. That's just my opinion. That's what I see from my eye test. You feel me? That's what I'm seeing. But you see that the Raptors had a good team before Kawhi came. They added Kawhi. And of course, Kawhi's going to elevate this team to great heights, and he did, and they won a championship. But this year, it's looking like Kawhi Leonard's going to have to carry this team on his back. For real. It looks like that's what's going to happen. But Paul George, 3 for 14, 1 for 7 from the three-point line, 2 free throws. Paul George, you are 6'8", smooth, handle is nice, can get to the basket, can finish over your defender, can hit the mid-range, can knock down free throws at a high clip, but you're only taking 2 free throws per game. Paul George, we need you to be more aggressive. I'm not a Clippers fan, but I just like to see greatness, and I want to see Paul George at his best level. Granted, all the injuries happened and all of this, but Paul George, you're healthy now, man, and we need you out there to be giving these buckets because that's what you do. You're a certified bucket giver, smooth operator, but you're not acting like one. You're taking 2 free throws in a game. 2. What wing defender on the Dallas Mavericks can guard, Paul George? Just give me one wing. Finney Smith, no, I'm sorry. He's a good defender, but he can't do it. Trey Burke, no. Tim Hardaway, no. These guards or small wings cannot contain Paul George, but for some reason, Paul George is averaging 2 points. Now, I'm not averaging 2 points, but only shot 2 free throws in game 4. Now, I'm not of the idea to think that Paul George is some type of player when he gets to the playoffs, he just melt down and he freezes up or something. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not going to stretch that far and say Paul George is that type of player. But Paul George, when you dropping 2 free throws in a game, 2, 6'8", 6'9", unstoppable. Nobody on the Dallas Mavericks can guard you. And Kawhi Leonard is showing that nobody on the Dallas Mavericks can guard Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is attack, and attack again and again. That's why you're seeing Kawhi Leonard average 33 points a game. Because the Dallas Mavericks have the worst defense probably in the league besides the Portland Trailblazers. But they do have the best offense in the league. Well, Paul George, man, 3 for 14, that is not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's why it's just not good. It's not good, man. Paul George cannot give people 2 points per game. I mean, not 2 points. 2 free throws and hit 9 points, 16 points here. The first game, Paul George played like a superstar and then closed that thing out. Now, just imagine if Porzingis did never get ejected. He never got ejected. The Mavericks could potentially be up 3-1 in this series. 3-1. Literally, they had a chance if Porzingis never got ejected. Now, I don't know if they were going to actually win that game. We don't know how that series is going to turn out if they won game 1 anyway. But you can look at things like that and really make a case like, man, this Dallas Maverick team is scary. They're really scary. Now, the role players didn't step up that much either. Montrezl Harrell, 2 points, 2 field goals, 17 minutes. I know he's just got back, but Montrez has to get where he needs to get. That's around 16 to 17 points per game. He needs that. Lou Williams had a great game, 36 points, 13 for 20 from the field. If we can just change that to Paul George getting those type of numbers, the Clippers will win this game. But, man, let's just go to Luka, man. Let's go to these Dallas Mavericks. I have to give it up for Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway. These two have been phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal in the bubble, especially Trey Burke. He has been phenomenal. Just beautiful, beautiful basketball. He reminds me of just taking himself back to Michigan. I mean, you watch those Michigan highlights of Trey Burke, he's shooting from the timeline. And he ain't missing at all. Tim Hardaway the same way. He ain't pulling from the timeline, but he ain't missing. Tim Hardaway is going back to the New York Knicks days when he was having around 16, 18 points per game. These two are becoming lethal players for this Dallas Mavericks team. I cannot lie about that. You have Tim Hardaway, knockdown shooter. He's trying so hard on defense. This man is giving it his all on defense. It's everything he got, he's giving it on defense. And these role players are stepping up big time. That's why I always say, man, you superstars can only do so much. If the role players don't step up or your co-star don't step up, man, somebody has to step up to make up for all that mess. And somebody has to step up to make up for Paul George's mess. Okay? Somebody just has to. And so you have Trey Burke, 25 points. You have Tim Hardaway, 21 points. Luka Doncic, we all know the stat of the night, 43 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists. This is one of the best below-the-rim rebounders I ever seen in my life. He doesn't have to get up. He doesn't have to snatch the rebound. You watch Westbrook when he comes to the lane, when he was after no triple-doubles, he's coming through the lane, snatching the ball out the air, snatching the ball from the big man. But Luka gets in the right position. I feel like this is just a part of the Mavericks offense because they want Luka to push the ball up the court and get the offense going when he gets the board. But he gets rebound, but these below the rim rebounds, he's always in the right position somehow. I mean, he's 21 years old and he's putting up these type of numbers. It's just, oh my goodness. I sit back and I just ask myself I don't have to ask myself no more. I just know that the league is in good hands now, man. I definitely know the league is in good hands. Luka has been doing great in the playoffs, and just the confidence. I mean, this dude airballed 3 times. Three times, but you said, you know what? He still had the confidence to take a step back 3 over Reggie Jackson. I mean, Reggie Jackson, you should have known. You should have known, Reggie, that 3 was coming. I mean, he's bam, bam, going this way, going that way, going back, right, crossing back over, and then hit you with a mean step back, and he knocks down the 3. Man, it's just crazy. Before that, he was 3 for 9. But confidence. This kid has confidence, man. I don't care what nobody say. This man is special. And if he can knock out this Clippers team, you know what? That would just put him in great company. I mean, a second-year rookie going up against 2 superstars, to a Finals MVP, but you cannot count the Clippers out. I'm not going to count Kawhi Leonard out. I'm not at all. That's just something I'm not going to do. So I just think this team needs to defend better. The Clippers, I feel like the Clippers lost their identity in defending. Really, I really think they did. I think right now, if I can just pull this up for you guys to take a look at, for real, you have the Dallas Mavericks. They give up the second most points in the league right now since in the playoffs. And you have the Clippers number 3. The Clippers should not be giving up this many points. I mean, I know you're in a series with the best offense in the league. They broke history with their offensive rating this year, and this is just an amazing team to watch. But the Clippers are giving up too many points to this Dallas Mavericks team. Okay, Kawhi Leonard, it seemed to me now, it's just me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you're watching what I'm watching. I don't know if you think what I'm thinking right now. But tell me in the comment section below if you agree with this. Is Kawhi Leonard still the same defender he once was? I don't think he is. I think he focused so much on the offensive end that he cannot sit down in a chair for 48 minutes or 40 to 48 minutes a night. Score 35 and sit down in that chair on the other end. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, man. It's a hard thing to do. Now of course he could have stayed on this screen, but you know what? He got to switch. This is a league of switching, and he's been attacking Reggie Jackson all night, and he attacked him again, and he got the game-winning shot. It's just crazy. They giving up too many points. They giving up 119 points per game. This is not the Los Angeles Clippers that we were in love with during the regular season or before the season started. We said this is going to be one of the greatest defensive teams ever. That's what we were saying, but it doesn't seem like that right now. It really doesn't. But that just shows you how special Luka Doncic is. He is just special. This dude is the real deal. People need to take him serious. And I remember Bill Simmons talking about, man, if I was the Phoenix Suns before the draft started, before the draft came, he said, I would take a Luka number one. This kid is special. He was saying, I would take Luka number one. I wouldn't take Aiden number one. Now, just imagine if Luka was in the Phoenix Suns. Just imagine what the Phoenix Suns would be doing. But, hey, I can't say that because the Phoenix Suns, they change coaches a lot, this and that. You have a veteran coach, a Hall of Fame coach that's coaching Luka right now. And so he doesn't have to worry about nothing. They have a full system. They know what's going on in the organization. And so, like, unlike the Phoenix Suns who just fire a coach every single year, Devin Booker literally had a different coach every single year. Okay? Every single year he had a different coach. So every single year he had to learn a different system. And now Luka he found the perfect match. The Dallas Mavericks are the perfect match. And just to go in there to win this game without KP, it's just something just special to me. This dude would be the face of the NBA. Probably a year or two from now, because I don't know how many years LeBron has left. To me, I don't think LeBron had no. Well, for real though. To me, I don't think LeBron have that many years left in him, to be honest. He's kind of running out of time. I think he has 2 or 3 more legit high-level, high-caliber years left. But sooner or later, this is going to be Luka Doncic league. Okay, just going to be his league. I know it could be Giannis' league, but Giannis, he's probably 4 to 5 years older than Luka, I think. And so, hey, it's good to go the younger route. And I know we're trying to make Zion the face of the NBA, but dude has to play. You have to play, Zion. You have to play. If you was in the playoffs right now, you could have made your mark and say, hey, I'm going to be the face of the league. But now Luka Doncic is making that mark and saying, hey, look at me now. I am the face of the league. In a discussion. And so Clippers, Mavericks. This is going to be a good series. It's really getting testy. I got my Mavericks colors on. I'm not a Mavericks fan. I don't know how I end up in this navy blue Adidas shirt. But, hey, I just hope something good happens with this team. And I think this series might go to 7 games. But I still have Kawhi Leonard coming out because he's just a superstar. And I still trust Paul George to step up and do what he has to do. But, hey, y'all remember, before you start making fun of people like Damian Lillard, who stays down. He doesn't try to mess with nobody. You want to taunt him and do the dang time and all that. You know what happened last time you did that? You got to send home. Schroeder was over there on the bench tapping at his wrist saying, hey, dang time is finna be up. And so just to see that, I'm like, nah. Dame time. Don't worry about Dame time, PG. Okay? Dame, don't worry about PG time. Or don't worry about playoff P. Well, anyway, just make sure you don't talk about people if you're going to do the same thing. If you're going to say 1, 2, 3 Cancun, make sure that you're not the one that's going to be saying 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Okay? We out.